wars, and even Syria, pulling out of Syria, pulling out of Iraq, more. Real pullouts, not fake. We're pulling people out and then nobody goes anywhere.
Sure.
And that's a lot of.
He's trying to pull out of Afghanistan.
Yeah, those are massive pluses for Trump.
Absolutely.
But I don't know if they're big enough to erase the negatives.
I don't know either. And like you said, he's not getting coverage on this.
Right. If he was, I think it's going to be a landslide victory for Trump. So much so that the Democrats are going to probably start a war over it. Literally, a hot war was going to break out.
Wait, you think Trump's going to win the election?
Yeah, I think he's going to win, and I think it's going to be worse than how bad he beat Hillary.
Really? Well, I will say this: I give Trump almost no chance to win.
Really?
Single digits. However, I gave him zero chance to win last time, and look what happened.
Yeah.
So it tells you what I know.
If you look at the rallies for Trump, and look at the rallies for Biden. The Trump supporters, you can say, they're sycophants. Probably, they're worshiping him.
They're tribalists.
Those people are going to go vote.
Yeah, absolutely. My thing
I don't think half the people who are at the tiny rallies for Biden are going to vote.
Have you seen these Biden rallies? They're like a straight up joke. Yeah. It's like 9 cars, and he says something like honk, 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 honk. I'm like, why even do this? This looks terrible. The thing, and here's where I will counter with that, because I think Trump will have a strong turnout. But what's happening is the people who are normally politically agnostic, like Angela Davis and some of these other people on the far left that were like, I don't like either one of them, they're now rallying their conscientious socialist objectors and saying, no, Joe Biden is the guy that we can control. And they're saying this openly. So, and they're not going to, of course, go to right. So I'm interested to see how you're not going to see them, but they are getting together in their own ways. Joe Biden is not going to beat Donald Trump, but if he wins because whatever you want to call them, the mob or the intersectional police or whatever, push him through. But no, there's no comparison between Joe Biden, the candidate, and Donald Trump, the candidate. Joe Biden's selling point is that there's nothing to him. Yeah. That whatever sucks about him isn't a factor.
He's getting propped up more than Hillary Clinton was, literally being propped up at some
Physically
point.
Being propped. But the thing with Hillary Clinton was the liability she has. Hillary Clinton was going to be in control. So if you hate Hillary Clinton, then that's what you get. You get what you get.
Exactly. She was not going to be anybody's straw man.
Joe Biden,
no.
How many people think Joe Biden's actually going to be calling the shots?
Yeah, I don't know of anybody.
No.
They'll say, well,
So
I don't even think he'd be president for more than 6 months. I think he would resign for
You're only giving him 6 months? I was giving him like a year and a half. I
think 6 months. He's barely hanging on now. Yeah. You could see his medication wearing off in the last debate.
Man, that's what I was telling James. That second debate, I was like, dude, where are you? I just wanted the moderator. If I was the moderator, he goes, okay, Mr. Biden, can you tell us where you are right now?
So he was changing into his World War I suit.
Oh, dude, he was wearing. Donald Trump is not a good debater. He made Trump look good.
Wow.
Yeah, I said it was elder abuse. Trump was just beating the hell out of him up there.
And Trump was chilling. He was. Don't you agree that he was being pretty? Trump was being pretty mild. But he was killing him. I felt like Trump was killing him.
Gentlemen, I don't know where we're going to be after Tuesday. Let's make some predictions.
I know where I'm going to be. I'm voting early, and then I'm hunkering down on my homestead. I'm going to watch it from afar.
Okay.
I already voted. It was funny. You're saying you're undecided. I voted. I'm still undecided.
I'm trying to vote early too. I almost always vote early because I'm rarely in town. I don't travel anymore with my job because of COVID. But I'm probably going to try my best to vote early, just because I don't want to I'm afraid I'll go there and there'll be a line that's around the building. I don't want to wait in that line.
Already about 90 million have voted.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have voted, and I've made a statement that's got me into trouble on voting. You see all these campaigns that are saying, everybody needs to vote. I disagree.
I disagree too.
I think everybody who has done their homework, vetted the candidates, discussed it with people, and I'm not talking about looked at Facebook. I'm talking about discussed it with people, and then formed a decision. Every one of you should vote. But if you're just going to look on Facebook or listen to what your spouse says and then just pull the right lever, you shouldn't vote. Shouldn't do it. It's a responsibility.
I agree.
And that's why I've had so many people say, "Well, you're going to vote for the Libertarian. You're wasting your vote." I said, "No, I'm not wasting.
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not wasting my vote at all." I said, "If the Republicans and the Democrats want my vote, I value my vote. You better put something out there better than what you're doing right now."
But that's going with these these black men are coming out and saying, "I want to try something different." Kanye running for office. They're like, doesn't have the right to do that. And I'm like, he's not even supporting Trump. He's running for office. And they're saying, oh, he shouldn't do that because he's going to take votes away from so-and-so. I'm like, well,
Kanye West is an entertainer. He has no business running for president. Who's president of the United States right now? They say a reality TV show host.
Right. They go, he was a businessman first. He was a lousy businessman.
Kanye West isn't a businessman?
That doesn't count. He doesn't count.
Here's my, I made a joke on the old radio show one time about Kanye West, and it was something along the lines of, wait a minute, Kanye West has a song about being a gold digger, and then he married a Kardashian. Mm-hmm. There you go.
He has a really nice sense of irony.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
He absolutely does. But the guy's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes.
He's a businessman.
Yes.
He absolutely is. Yeah. He's in the entertainment business.
They don't count that.
Hey, James, I have to jump off here, but
okay.
Have you guys discussed the Biden laptop yet?
Well, you know what? We're running close on time, but let's do that.
Maybe another show.
We'll do that last thing. Thank you very much. Appreciate the call, Matt.
All right, good night. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh, do we have time for that?
Yes, for me, I do, because my opinion of it doesn't take very long.
Please.
Yes, I think Joe Biden's lying. I saw Bob Alinsky, and I watched the interview on Tucker Carlson, and I'll say this: if that Bob Alinsky guy is making that up, that is a Mission Impossible detail level fabrication.
That's the guy who fixed the laptop, right?
No, Bob Alinsky was the business partner.
Okay, who's the guy who fixed the laptop?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, but Bob Alinsky is the business.
And he
partner.
was talking, and he was like, basically, they didn't know how to do the deal, so I did the deal for them. I'm a finance guy, and they changed it from 10 to 20% because they consulted with each other, and they said the 10 to 20% was for the quote big man. Yeah. Well, who the hell is a big man? I'm talking to the other two guys. It's Jim Biden and his son. Mm-hmm. So who's the big man?
Yeah,
So so my opinion is,
got to be Joe.
They did it. It doesn't sound like it's illegal. It just sounds like the crap that they do all the time. Mm-hmm. But Joe is lying. Joe Biden is lying about it. But here's the problem: it's not going to hurt him. You know why? Nobody's going to believe Joe Biden is a criminal mastermind. So he's so weak that he's not hurt by a scandal. That summarizes this whole damn election. You are so weak that because it's kind of a big deal, sort of.
Yeah.
And I think that he did it. But it's not the same scandal as before. The scandal before was they fired the prosecutor because he was looking into the Burisma, which actually isn't true. He wasn't investigating Burisma at the time. Now there may be another nefarious reason behind that, but it wasn't really like Obama was a president. So, Joe Biden, the notion that Joe Biden went over and strong-armed the Ukraine, who's going to let Joe Biden strong-arm them?
Yeah.
But, I think Joe Biden was trying to make some money off his kid. I absolutely do. But you know what? It doesn't matter.
Or setting the kid up for success.
One of the two, something. But you're trying to tell me that someone hired that dude for an energy company and it had nothing to do with Joe Biden being vice president?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to hire a dude with you're not going to hire that guy.
Hunter Biden had no experience.
No, he didn't have no experience. He was always in trouble.
Yeah. And I think as a father, I know why Joe did it.
And that's,
because, I mean, the golden boy of that family was Beau Biden.
Right.
And then he died of a brain tumor, I believe.
Right.
Hunter's the only son he has left.
Right.
And Hunter, let's just say, he said trouble succeeding in life.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think Dad helped him out. That's my opinion.
That's all I think. Yeah, that's all it is.
Now, here's what's interesting about that. I didn't want to comment on it because your explanation of it is the second person I've heard explain it. Mm-hmm. Now, the way I heard the first person explain it was exactly as you explained it.
Mm-hmm.
So your question needs to be, to me, who was the first person?
Who's the first person?
Alex Jones. You and Alex Jones, same.
Here's the thing. I used to listen to Alex Jones until he went off the rails. And
that's just it.
Back in 2009, 2010, I was like...
That's the thing about Jones.
I learned some stuff. But then he started talking about the crab people, and I was like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I said, when he was talking about finance and the way he broke down how, you turn a unit of labor and production into or a labor of energy into a labor of finance. Mm-hmm. He was really good at that. And when he was trying to draft Ron Paul, I was like, okay, this is interesting. And he used to go off on Glenn Beck for being a psycho. Yeah. Because that was when Glenn Beck went off the rails before Alex Jones.
Yeah, he did.
And Alex Jones was like, why are you, and he said, I won't lie. Some of what Alex Jones said, I applied to some of the things that I had learned in the past. He said, I reject Glenn Beck because you're breathing death in our ear as a libertarian. And that's exactly what a lot of the liberals and a lot of the black orthodoxy shamers, black orthodoxy shamer is someone that says, you vote Republican, you're not black. Or you like black music, rock music, you're not black. Mm-hmm. Those people would, back in the 80s and 90s or whatever, they would breathe death in our ear. Yeah. The world's going to be terrible. Everyone thinks, every white person's telling you that you're the N-word, boom, boom, boom. And it's the same thing that they did to us that Glenn Beck did to libertarians. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, the world's going to end and everything. And Alex Jones called him out on it. And then all of a sudden he turned into like, whoa, you went like
Glenn Beck on steroids.
On steroids. Yeah. And so he believes that aliens are too, right?
But
Jones, right?
Well, sure.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But then so do I.
Well, no. But he believes the aliens are in control.
They're here today. I have proof. James Carville.
Well, then that's true. They are in control because he was
The thing about Jones, though, is he does it in an entertaining way. The advertisement that he had for one of his supplements one time, and it's got special ingredients found only in meteors and trace amounts in beets. That was actually the advertisement for the show. Yeah. So buy my stuff and eat it.
Right.
He's QAnon, but he's entertaining.
But, and I think it's a mistake. And I think that kicking these people off Facebook and all that, I mean, they have the right to do it. They've made it worse.
Yeah.
QAnon, I don't think QAnon would exist if they didn't try to kick these people off.
I agree.
I think that Facebook is handling this in the wrong way. I think Google's handling it in the wrong way.
Well,
YouTube.
The DOJ there's going to be antitrust lawsuits, and they're going to break them up. It's going to happen. I made that prediction about 2 years ago. It's going to happen. The Standard Oil of Ohio, they did it to them. They did it to the Bells. They'll do it.
But if Biden wins, they're going to drop them cases.
We'll see.
I don't. Kamala Harris is down with big tech. She loves them.
She's down with big tech. But I will tell you this: is she was not a shy prosecutor when she was in California.
Yeah, that's prosecuting lower income folks.
That's true.
She didn't like prosecuting big. She didn't want to prosecute the mayor of San Diego when he got caught assaulting a woman. I'm just being true. Kamala Harris for the people. That's an oxymoron.
Okay.
To me, she's the epitome of the machine business as usual. I